Alright, yep, trigger. The more 1-drops, the more power in the deck. They think they won, and they lost. I always love this moment. Well, you didn't expect this one, huh? Tier 1 deck? That is the best draw of the whole deck. Uncounterable. Enjoy the show, guys. Enjoy the show. If we draw a land... Oh, they don't know. They don't know. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today absolutely amazing run that faced most of different meta decks and came ahead, came victorious. I think you will like this a lot because we are going with Smuggler Surprise, so we can hit Ghalta and then get all the creatures from our hand at the end step. So be prepared for like 20 or 30 damage at the end step. The video will be completely action-packed today, so I think you will have a lot of fun today. And yeah, I mean, you want to see it in action, and we have plenty of it for you. So before we go into the games, I want to say something a little bit not related to Magic, but I kinda think that it's still worth talking about. And you know, I've been reading comments as always, and one of our bros, is going through a hard time, and I read the comment, and you know, he mentioned that the videos are helping. And I just wanted to say I'm so happy that, you know, to hear that the videos can, you know, make a day a little bit better. I know from personal experience when I had a rough time in my life, I've been watching video after video, so I'm so happy to be on the other side. And, you know, just wanted to say that be patient, make good plays, and it always gets better in time. And, you know, just full support, man. I hope it just gets better. So yeah, just wanted to say this, and with that, with that being said, let's go into games and have some fun. All right, our opponent is going first. Let's sit. Those are pretty cool sleeves, man. All right. We have a Dimir and you can clearly tell they have a good taste. So what do we go for? Definitely a land. We need the 4th land. This is so greedy. This is so greedy, I should never take it. The point is that this will give us pretty much a card advantage, right? And all we need to do is hit a... so I'm doing it because I expect the first one might get counterspelled. And that means we cannot play our stuff. Glimpse Decor is perfect. This is not something they want to counter, so I don't think there's a risk of counterspell. And that means our Zendikars are better, and you know, and they can be cast as well, which is good. Alright. Case. Alright, the strategist, oh my god, we don't need 3. The strategist showing that his name is not a coincidence. They can counterspell with Phantom Interference this, and I think that's what happens. Yep, that's why we took another Invasion of Zendikar, but we drew another one, so honestly it might be good. It might be good, but I'm scared what they will do. Oh, you are the best, man. This is how we play Magic. I mean, let's play the land, why not? Okay, no counter spells, no interaction. That's extremely important information. And we are already at 7 mana. We need to play Ghalta. And so we know they did not have a counter spell on the last turn. I didn't pay attention to mana. I actually did not pay attention to mana, which is bad for me. They don't seem to have a way to trigger this, otherwise they would play it already. I think they need creatures to do it. So what we will do is play another Zendikar, not give them the target, get our Jaws into a better place. Let's go 1. We need 2 forests in the deck. If I could hit Smuggler Surprise, that would be insane. That would be auto win basically. Guys, this will be the turn. It will either win us the game or absolutely destroy it. Alright, so they have infinite tempo and infinite value, but they need to have something to target. Thank you. Thank you, Magic, for, just helping me win the game. That is the best draw of the whole deck. Because that means we are going with the Trailblazer. No reaction, that's huge. Oh man, he doesn't realize what's going on. This will get removed, but not the rest of the cards. Uncounterable. Enjoy the show, guys. Enjoy the show. I don't think they can win against this. will do so many cards, they need to kill it instantly. But then there is a chance they don't have removal for Ghalta, so they're okay, yep. They are getting this back, it doesn't get discounted, so they need to do so much on the next turn. And with the double Tyrant, we will get so many cards, man. We will get so many cards. This and this. Here we go, 4 extra cards, 12 life. That's how we want to play Magic. Now they can unleash all the removal. I hope it won't be like 4 lands and... oh my god, this is... we basically got 0 value, man. Okay, it's fine. We can start flipping Zendikar, so as long as the Tyrants survive, if they get exiled, I have my go for the throat, so I can kinda protect them by killing them. See? That's exactly what I meant. Please, go away, stop de-ending my cool stuff, alright? Man, I'm so happy we made this play. Alright, better. Absolutely better. Fizzled. My best card is still in the deck, and actually 4 of them are in my hand. In 26 cards, this is way above average. They need to answer it right now on 3 cards, and they lost. They have the answers, but they won't have time to play them. Because Intimidation campaign doesn't get discounted with Apparatus and Decays. That's why I usually don't play them too much together. But definitely our opponent went a little bit overboard with Case. Like, you usually want Aether Apparatus or Aether Decays, because he has like 4 mana discounts, but he has nothing to cast. So we will still get one of the Tyrants, and we will start playing more. Oh, they will go... oh my god. They actually will get rid of all the Tyrants, so now the Rex is the play. Alright, you know what? With the sweeper does not matter, but the exile is actually huge. So we need to win with Rex right now. Still, we get this one, and with Smuggler's Surprise, I think that's it. They cannot beat the Smuggler's Surprise, I think. Yep. And this is an artifact already, so go for the throats won't work. I think this is like their main removal, probably. I don't think they have too much spells that hit this. They already cast 1 the end. So all I need to do, let's go Fountainport, it's a good land. We go Rex, and then we hold up Smuggler's Surprise, and that should be enough to win the game. This is already 14 damage. Yep. We also draw cards, cause why not? We need to kinda use this, because that's our last thing. And we won't go for the throat and Smuggler's Surprise probably. You know what? I could get extra... oh, I'm so greedy. I'm such a greedy boy. I think we can do it because I don't have the next play, even though I have so many cards. So I want to get another Rex for a follow-up. So by wasting this damage, we not only increase the board, but we also make sure that there is a higher chance we will draw Rex for next turn 8 extra damage. And that should be enough. And we didn't hit, unfortunately. We need to keep go for the throat and Smuggler's Surprise, probably. Yep, so that means we are out for the turn. Let's get rid of Swamp. And we can always... well, we don't need Cavern, right? If we hit Worm, that's okay. So they have insane discount. Theoretically, if they chain enough value, they can do a lot on this turn. But 4 mana is reserved for the Rex, unless they go Deadly Cover-Up. Deadly Cover-Up right now is very good for them. But we have Smuggler's Surprise and they need to counter it. We also have 2 mana on top of it, so Phantom Interference won't hit. I mean, alright. They can cast 2 spells and I think they didn't play a land for the turn. So they can cast 3 spells still. That's a lot. That's a lot. They're at 10 cards. Alright, we are working... oh, and I forgot about the Skyclave. I don't think they will like it. I could go for 4 meaning 4 cards. They don't have mana. So yeah, let's go for it. No downside and we win the game. With style right now. Yes, yes. That was a good hit. Enjoy. My creatures are a little bit too good for you. That's end. I really do appreciate it, man. If you are watching, that was a nice game. I think that they Their build is very nice, but I think they should focus on Mindspace apparatus alone. Case is basically doubling the thing, and you are not solving it easily. You will solve it after the game is already over. So just keep apparatus and get more interaction. They would win if they had this kind of build. Alright guys, on the draw, and we have no Zendikar, but we'll try. Horus, alright, the card that absolutely does not want to get removed. Alright, so we probably need to hit the 2-drop here. I made a misplay and I made a pause. They will know about it. I cannot really kill this. I just need to try to hit the next card. They know about Countdown or Disfigure, so that's why they're probably not playing anything. Alright, Glimpse the Core, go! We really need to be quick here. We don't have much time. If we hit Ghalta, there is a chance. If we can, ramp into Smuggler, surprise. Alright. Oh, they are already starting with this. It would be so much better without this chorus. This is the only 1-drop that we cannot remove with a removal, because it's it's always 2 for 1. This card is basically 2 for 1 always. So, extremely, yeah, that's something that I cared about. So I think this is a protection spell, but I'm not sure. Because they are playing cautious, and I think that's why. Oh no, I only have 1 removal. If I play it... Oh my god, I need to play it, they will protect it. Oh, it's so bad. It worked! It worked! Oh, okay, this is different. We are at 3 poison, so already harsh. But if we don't get double striked, that's something, you know? And on the next turn we can threaten the cottage, so it's harder to attack us. Oh, it goes quick, so it goes up so quickly. Please stop. Don't do the poison thing. Mockingbird. Huh. Don't they need to pay more? And there is a with mana value equal to the amount. Alright, that's interesting. I didn't realize that that's the wording. So, 1 more turn, man. 1 more turn and we can do all the shenanigans. Oh boy. Oh boy, so it has to be like this, because we can use Cottage to block the chorus. I want to highlight it, alright? I want him to know. Because then maybe they attack only with this. If I try to kill it, what is going to happen is that they will play this +1, +3 and hexproof thing, and it also increases the toxic, so then we'll be at 6. And that's a big problem. I think we let this damage. It's not like we are not getting hit by stuff, you know? Mirex and pass the turn, right? They think we are a control deck. They've seen the ramp, so maybe they don't. Because if they thought that we are a control deck, they would play differently. Alright. Man, triple chorus. That's triple bad, you know? That's a triple bad thing. Alright. We can go for a Smuggler surprise. Oh, at least it's on the ground, so it doesn't matter as much. Alright guys, we have the thing. We only have Tyrant and Ghalta, but we can draw more. They will go for Mirx. I'm not sure if they play counter spells. There is a chance they do. So we need to go for this one. Alright. Please, draw something strong, win me the game. I want to, I don't think it matters, but I'm still doing it in this ordering. Yep. Man, I wish we, cared about the life total. Yes? Yeah, oh my god, we are doing it. We are doing it. Man, the power of this deck is infinite. I can get all the infinite lands in my life. However, we have 30 damage on the next turn. And those tokens cannot block, so they actually need to start respecting our damage. However, if I attack, I die on the other turn probably. Like, they have already 4 poison. Man, this is so rough. Like, this is such a bad matchup for us, because life gain doesn't matter. And also, like, it's very hard to counter-attack, especially that they start with a 1-drop. If that was on turn 2, we would be at 4 right now instead of 6. Extremely nice draw. Extremely nice draw. Can I just attack and win the game? I think we can. I think we actually can. 1 black. Yep. We would kill this. The token cannot block. I cannot believe who won this. Man, like all of our life game doesn't matter against this deck. We're at 27 and we're basically dead, and we still managed to just raise them with a single turn of Ghalta. Alright, this is a decent draw. We have all the mana. We will run Glimpse the Core into Zendikar. You know what? I'm taking it. I'm taking it. With Smuggler Surprise we should get, you know, some extra power. Yep. This might be our 7th land. So it's kinda important. And also the cottage is always useful at some point in the game. We need to slow them down a little bit. Alright. Froggy. Ha, you are a frog. We don't judge you, but you are a frog. Alright, so let's go for the Zendikar. Let's go this into this, in case we go for the worm at some point. We have enough forests. So this is scary. I think we'll go with Smuggler Surprise. Try to ambush something. Yep. Sure. 1 mana 4 drops. I mean, that's the norm for standard, right? Okay. But they don't know. They don't know they just lost the game. Because this deck cannot beat those stats. Like, our stats are way better, right? Even their 1-drop cannot beat our 7-drop. I'm actually considering if my 7-drop will be good enough to kill their 1-drop. And I'm not sure, to be absolutely honest. 2 cards, so up to 6. And we will actually have problems with this. Alright, yep, trigger. The more 1-drops, the more power in the deck. They think they won, and they lost. I always love this moment. Well, you didn't expect this one, huh? Tier 1 deck? Man, can you believe they actually scooped moment we played the cards? Are you serious? They did not even try to play this. I'll tell you, man, aggro, players of Tier 1 aggro only play games that are auto-win. If anything is remotely close, they don't even want to try. Alright guys, this is the weirdest hand ever. However, those are lands in a way. So we are at 4 lands. That means every Zendikar draw is okay. So we would probably want 1 less of those and 1 more Zendikar, but maybe we can make it work. Alright, let's go for the forest. And if that's a control, we actually can do a lot. Alright, is that a control? Hi, man. My man. Let's go for tears. So we could go for the Fleshgorger. We will go with the dinosaur and then play all the cards, and they will sunfall and I will regret my life. So that's my idea for this game. But I think we actually can do some magic here. Obviously the dinosaur. They don't have demolition field, so I'm sure they won't draw it on the next turn, right? There's no way they will just play. Yep. Alright, good. Oh, this is a bad draw. I think I have to play this. This sucks, man. We need one more mana to make everything happen. However, I have to go for this. And they're like, well, bro, this is not a dinosaur. Dinosaurs looks very different than this guy. Like, if you really work hard, it could be a neck, you know. A beautiful dinosaur head. It's also getting countered, right? Sure. So I don't really care about all of this, but I really need to draw something that matters. I mean, it kinda matters. Like Marshall. Alright, so do we play it now? I mean, I'm drawing a lot of cards and we force a Sunfall and a land. Listen guys, I need to try. I cannot wait until they untap with all the good stuff. If there is a winning play, this is it. Alright, this is it. And we're doing so many cards so we can play even more stuff. Well, definitely not the best draw of the universe. We basically drew 2 cards that do not matter. Yep, let's draw more cards that do not... Man, look at all of this value. I drew 4 cards and I have 1 mana of value. And that was enough. They got scared of this 1 mana play in 4 cards. So they didn't have a land or a Sunfall, which means that they die on the next turn. I mean, High Noon is great, but not against our deck. Alright, our opponent is going first. We have some nice mana, we have some ramp, and we will have some extra cards. So let's sit. Oh my god. Thank you Shuffler for Zendikar. This is the card. Especially that we will have, you know, non-pain green on the next turn. Oh, I wish they attacked. Alright, we want to slow them down because their deck is nothing compared to ours. If we can get going, we are just crashing this guy. So if we slow him, right now he not only lost all the pressure from the board, but now he's forced kinda to draw a card. So he basically lost 2 full turns for this Disfigure, and that's great. Even though they get the value, they cannot outvalue this. They will never outvalue it. And all we need to do is just keep casting Tyrant. So the idea is that we go for the Zendikar. Let's go like this, because we cannot take Forest with the core. So the idea is that we cast this at the end step, so we can flip Zendikar instantly. That's a very huge deal. Preacher is scary. But we have good counterplay to it. 6 mana, huh? We have 6 mana. So we could go Zendikar and then play the Tyrant and try to protect it from the bad things. Or we can just lose it, make a token. It's an artifact, right? The token is the artifact, not the main one. Yep, so then they cannot kill the second one of Go for the Throat, which is their best remover. They might have Bitter Triumph, which is a problem. I think this is the play. This will be a bit sketchy. There are some risks, but I think we can make it work. Yep, they will get the token, which is super sweet here. I'm kinda risking. Man, I'm kinda risking here. The end will completely destroy me. But if they don't have the card, I think this would be enough. I only have 1 card. I need to win the game with this. And I think we have the potential thanks to Zendikars. You know what? That's a good card. And we draw another card thanks to Tyrant dying. And they lost their board. Man, I really like this play. I think we did nicely. And this is an artifact, so their Go for the Throat is absolutely disabled. They need a very specific card, otherwise they lose. Innkeeper, oh, so we have less time than I expected. But I think we can make it work. I really think we can make it work. So Cottage probably goes to the face. I think we go Zen. Oh man, I don't have enough mana. So I can prepare for the next turn. And we have to go for the Zendikar. Alright, let's see the card, because we might draw something better. I have to flip this. This is important. They can put the counters on this one, but it's too small, too slow, so we don't really need to care. All I need to do is draw into my big stuff. Can I please draw my big stuff? Well, kinda big stuff, but you know what? That means double Zendikar on this turn. Double Zendikar. We are getting all of those lands, man. All of those lands. Because that means we can go for Smuggler Surprise and start searching for creatures. And let's keep 1 forest in the deck. I mean, listen, this was a turn, wasn't it? This was a turn. And with another Smuggler Surprise, I think we should be fine. Man, look at the land. We have 12 lands and this guy has 3 of them. And I think he only missed 1. This is the power of our run. And they cannot keep up even with this one. They probably have full hand of removal, but none of the removal hits an artifact. This is a very harsh draw. I think we might lose on this one. I think this is a losing draw. No ramp. A lot of these figures. This guy looks like mono-red player, huh? Listen, I will try, but I'm pretty sure we will lose with this. We also have only Pain on black mana, but it's not the biggest deal. The problem is that we have 0 ramp in this deck. Or in this, you know... What is it? In this build. Took me a while. I'm usually just all over the place because I'm thinking about 3 different things. So, you know, once I'm starting to think about something, I already started to think about something else. So yeah, that's some knowledge you never knew you wanted. Alright. Is that another forge deck? Man, this is crazy. Like, those decks are such minimal, you know, share of the meta, but it seems that we are seeing it way more than we should. That's interesting. Yep, here it is. I still think we will go with this figure. It's not amazing. but it's something. Disfigures will be good at you know, turn 7 or 8 when the Forge will be absolutely insane. Now we have to close this. This is our only ramp, but the problem is that, I mean, we need to go to 7 or 8 mana somehow, and I have zero idea how we can do it. Like, even, like, we need to hit Zendikar, I think. That's the only way we can recover. And we also need to use Trailblazer just to get a land for playing Zendikar. Oh boy, oh, this is such a bad draw. This is we basically got time walked with this. Bruh. Like, I'm losing the game, so at least let's make it quick. I told you, moment I've seen this hand, I knew that, well, this is probably a lost game. And especially that we got the matchup that we shouldn't. So it's like, what, 8 times more likely to see mono red than this. So we should see 8 mono red decks and 1 of Boros tokens. So that's general the share of the meta that you should be seeing. So yeah, you know. It feels to be on the rough side, man. Can you please speed it up? Like, even I don't play so slow. And that's telling a lot, alright? So, to be absolutely fair, this deck has plenty of decisions, so I kinda can understand it, you know? They have actually a lot of decisions here. We can take this 1 damage, it doesn't matter. And we will kill it before the Fountainport hits the board. Also, if they don't have this, they don't have a token that they can pump or, you know, copy with the class or the talent, so, you know, it's a little bit better to keep the board clear. Yeah, like, this will take forever and we will lose. Like, we lost on the Shuffler side, and I told you, moment I've seen this hand, it was like, yeah, that's a loss. Alright guys, going first, double ramp, let's go, let's go. We even have Ghalta for this, you know, power play. I'm not sure how it will go, it will be decided by the, you know, the next place, or the next lance, should I say. But so far so good, and we can basically overpower most of the decks. This seems to be the Boros, you know, token thing. And I'll tell you, man, they, except the Sunfall, they don't have anything against our deck. It has to be Glimpse again, right? No Demolition Field, man, this art is pretty nice. And let's go, we can also go for the removal if we have to. I'm not sure what we would remove. You know, probably like some bunny rabbit thing. And we are ramping really hard, by the way. So we don't want to attack with Cottage, we cannot lose anything. I think we're going for the treasure. This, like, if we get to 8 mana, like, we are getting pretty decent value, you know? You know, just 26 attack. Oh, this looks cool. Man, this guy has the stuff. Let's go for the treasure. So it's what, 7? If we draw a land? Oh, they don't know. They don't know. They will make a very cool fish. Oh, they think they will win like this. That's so cute. That's so cute. It's interesting they are playing like this. Listen, bro. I can deal a lot of pressure on the next turn, you know? I don't think they can handle. I think they are losing the game. Like, they cannot answer this. Man, this is an instant lethal at the end step. Like, this was the idea. Yes, it is. I appreciate it, man. Well, that's a draw, isn't it? I mean, I'm going all in, bro. I'm going all in. I'm just hitting this stuff like there's no tomorrow. And I hope you brought some instant Sunfalls. Because, oh, they're so nice, they will give us the lethal. Oh, that's so cool, man. Thank you. Alright, I mean, they did not expect... Man, I want to see the damage, because this is incredible. Show me. So, at the end step, we basically dealt 19, 26... We dealt 30 damage at the end step, basically. That's incredible. Alright then, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I think you will admit that this was pretty action-packed. This deck is something that always produces super, like, exciting games with, you know, big plays, because as a fact, you either have the answer to, 25 of stats at the end step, or you don't, and there's no point in playing. So usually you have very specific cards that are the only saving grace against our strat, and if the opponent doesn't have them, like, he knows the game is over, and he leaves. So the games are usually pretty quick if everything is going great. So before we go into more depth of this deck, because I'm actually really excited for this build, and I think we made some key decisions that really make a difference, and I'm really satisfied with this one. I want to say a huge thank you to our patrons. Thank you guys for just supporting the channel and just helping. That is appreciated. I hope you're enjoying the content every day, and yeah, we have some wild bros lately, so I think it should be fun. So honestly, the biggest idea for this deck was going. So usually I didn't go for Ghalta. I usually played one or two. It was just a side plan. This deck is very different. Even though the cards are similar, the whole idea for the deck is completely different, because the idea is not to go into 7. The idea is to go to 6, play Ghalta, and then start doing cards and playing all of the creatures at the end step. That's why we also have the Fleshgorger. That was kinda a super cool addition, because first, early game against aggro decks, it can live game, it can raise them, it gives you something to play if you cannot ramp into the 6-7 mana. However, late game, it becomes a perfect card. Not only it has insane attack, warding means they cannot really target it, especially after getting hit, after you play Smuggler Surprise at dance step, you swing. They usually don't have 7 life anymore, so they cannot even target it. And the lifelink really makes a difference, so if you can ambush your opponent with this, hit single time, it's also an artifact, so Go for the Throats won't do it, Shocks won't do it, and, Prowess doesn't have enough stats to, kill it and not die itself, so you always trade in the worst case, and they usually need to invest cards, and you still life gain 7. So this card is perfect for the deck. And honestly, the idea for the deck is just simply different, because you want to really go for the Smuggler Surprise, a 6 mana play, then you want to hit Ghalta, that will activate all of the other cards. With Tyrants, you instantly draw cards. When you untap, you probably just draw another thing, creature that triggers Tyrant. So after you untap, you instantly can draw even more cards. Then you can flip Zendikars. You can draw basically a new hand just at the end step and your main phase, and your opponent cannot interact with it because they never expected this kind of power play at the end step. So yeah, with Ghalta you can draw cards, you can set up the board and go for basically one turn lethal, especially if you draw Rex on the follow-up turn. You basically not only get like 25 damage or something with the creatures you usually get at the end step, but then you go for Haster with Ward, and that's over 30 damage with haste, and basically everything has trample, and even the Fleshgorger doesn't have trample, but Menace is enough. It's basically a trample in a different form in this kind of deck, because they need to block the rest as well. So very different way to play the game. You just want to go for the Smuggler Surprise. This is the main card of the deck. And yeah, it seems to be working perfectly. The fact that it also protects the creatures against everything else. You have seen that if they don't have strictly a Sunfall, and to be honest, like Azorius Control is a very low part of the meta, so most decks do not have access to this kind of answer. They cannot really do anything, and 2 mana for the protection, mode is super cheap. You can play it outside of 7-drop even, especially with all the RAM. So yeah, I'm really happy with the deck. There's only one card that I think we should switch. Verge. It was a cool idea, because I've noticed that most of the time on the last turn they keep a blocker. That means you cannot go for the lethal. So the idea was that we go super wide, we go for those crazy creatures, and then when they leave a blocker that has a lot of toughness, we just make it so it cannot block, and that's the last turn. So that was the idea. It never worked, and Chorus mana can hurt you. So, it's a fair experiment. I think it's a nice addition, but probably a different land would be better. Other than this, I'm super happy with the deck. And if you are interested about the ranking experience, well, that was a weird one today, because when I started playing this deck, I basically won all of the games. I think we're above like 80% win rate in 5 or 6 games. And then I started losing super much. I mean, quite a lot. And I think we came back to it feels like a little bit above 50%. So in the end, it's all good and we ranked up. But it was weird experience, because first it felt like unbeatable deck. Then I started having all the bad draws and I lost most of the games, and suddenly, it kind of equalized. So that was my experience, but from comparison with other ramp decks that we have showcased, this one is way better just by having access to Disfigure, go for the throat. Smuggler's Surprise seems to be a better game plan than just going for 7 mana, at least in today's games. And Fleshgorger is definitely something that helps because when you ambush with this, against aggro, you instantly win the game. That's something I've learned. They cannot beat so much value. So yeah, I liked it. It performed in a weird way, but we still ranked up. And that's kind of it for today. So thank you guys for watching and see you tomorrow.